yesterday when it was spotted flying over the state of Montana, a military base, a base with intercontinental ballistic missiles. Now, the Pentagon did not inform the governor of Montana about it until after the balloon was over Montana. So, of course, they would have known because they've been tracking it since it left China, but they didn't tell Greg Gianforte, who's the governor of that state and reputed to be, we can't say we don't live there, one of the best governors in the country. We're happy to have him join us tonight. Governor, thank you for coming on. They knew it was coming over your state. You're the chief executive of your state. Why didn't anyone tell you, do you think?
Well, when I got briefed, this slow-moving balloon was hundreds of miles into Montana. It had already flown near the Air Force Base and the ICBM silos. When I finally got informed it was over our most populous city, it got spotted by a photographer at the airport.
Well, that's bizarre. I mean, that suggests deception. Of course, if you're the federal government, you alert state governments. You're the head of your state government when something like this happens. Do you have any sense what the backstory could be here?
You know, I don't. I just know, Tucker, if it was up to Montanans, this thing would have been taken out of the sky the moment it entered our sovereign airspace. And it clearly had been there for a while. It's not moving that fast.
Yeah. Unfortunately, a 308 does not extend to 60,000 feet. So you really need some kind of missile. Why do you think? So, I mean, that's really the question. From your perspective, it's a pretty clear case of we know what to do next. Shoot it down. Why do you think they didn't?
Well, I'm not sure. Initially, in the briefing I got earlier in the week, they were contemplating taking it out of the sky. For whatever reason, they didn't do that. Now, clearly, this went to the president's desk. He was given options. For whatever reason, he chose not to act. And unfortunately, the result of that is that Americans are endangered and our enemies are emboldened.
Amazing. Governor, I hate to pull random video off the internet and ask you to respond to it, but this is going around. It appears to be, it's on social media, video of an explosion over your state showing what looks like a smoke trail into the sky. We can't even guess as to what this is. Do you have any information about this?
Not at this point. I was notified of it just minutes before we came on the air. We're monitoring the situation. I'm talking to our National Guard to find out if they have additional information. I'm sure I'll be briefed here in the next hour.
Last question. The explanation from, as I know you heard, the administration is we didn't shoot this down over Montana because we feared the wreckage would hurt people on the ground in Montana. But I hear you saying as the governor of Montana, you would have shot it down. So that's not a concern that would have prevented you from acting.
Well, Tucker, you've been to Montana.
Yeah,
Eastern Montana is probably one of the best places to take it down. Yeah. We could have contained it. We could have found out what the mission truly was by recovering whatever electronics are on this balloon. Again, if the Americans had flown a spy balloon over China, do you think it'd still be in the air? Of course not. We should have taken action. Unfortunately, we